So next will be the Kristen Liu. Is the executive director of the Garden of Hope in New York. He will talking about the resources and the service for the battered Chinese immigrant women in New York.
Good morning, everyone. It's my great honor to be here to share Garden of Hope New York's work. Garden of Hope New York was established in 2004 by Ms. Chi. Actually by Ms. Chi. We provide hotline counseling, supporting group, shelter, legal assistance, case management, supporting group, and vocational training to women who have been exposed to domestic violence and sexual assault. We also provide service to their children. In the past 10 years, we have served, In the past 10 years, we have served more than 1,000 women and children. And actually, we are going to celebrate our 10th anniversary this coming Saturday. Take this opportunity. I would like to thank Ms. Chi because her vision and the passion we have today. There are over 1 million Chinese new immigrants in New York City. Chinese is the second largest immigrant group in New York City, behind only South American Spanish. Chinese neighborhoods were concentrated around Queens, Flushing, Amherst, and Chinatown, Manhattan, and Sunset Park in Brooklyn. Our office is in Flushing. There are more Chinese there. New York, we call New York City like a big apple. People come here from different countries with similar American dream. The thing is, everybody wants to have a much happier and successful life here, but the thing is, not everybody's dream come true. The reality of new immigrant life here was far from many efficient, particularly for those who don't speak English, who don't have legal status, or no marketable skills. 70% Chinese new immigrants here do not speak English. They have very low unemployment rate, but very high poverty rate. We call them working poor. Women here live without American education or degree, can only find job in gamma factory, restaurant, nail salon, hair salon, or work as a home attendant, or sell the ticket, bus ticket, or the casino ticket. It's very hard for them to find a good job. They work very, very hard, long working hours with very, very low pay. It's very common in the Chinese family here. Husband and wife, they work in different cities, and they meet once a week or even once a month. Sometimes they send out their younger children back to their home country and bring them back when the kids are 6 or 7 years old. And sometimes the couple, many families, they live together to share one apartment in order to save money. So it's very common, 10 people or even 20 people to share 3 bedrooms in the Chinatown. So as you can imagine, there will be many family issues come up. Okay. In New York City, there were over 260,000 domestic violence incidents a year. This averaged to over 720 incidents per day. The domestic violence hotline answered over 100,000 calls a year, averaging more than 290 calls per day. Our Garden of Hope office, we answered over 7,500 hotline calls a year. Domestic violence, child abuse, and homeless exist everywhere, may happen to anyone. New immigrants are particularly vulnerable due to language, cultural, legal, and economic barriers. Here are some, it's Chinatown, it's the real life here. Here are some possible institutional or either individual barriers the new immigrant domestic violence survivors may face. Chinese new immigrant women in addition to the language barriers, they don't know the law here, they don't know the resource, they even don't know how to call the police. In Taiwan, we call 119, here we call 911, so sometimes they don't know what number they should call. And even though they call the police, when police come, they don't speak English. And sometimes the police use their children to be the interpreter, which was very hurt to the children. And even though they move to the shelter, after the shelter, what they can go, they worry about the custody, visitation, and child support, and many things. And sometimes the husband uses the green card to control them. And they don't have, sometimes, most of them don't have so many support here. They don't have family, don't have friends here. Many women we serve, they even don't know how to take the subway. When we think about the service, there are two models may be useful. The first one is trauma-informed service. As a service provider, we have to keep in mind the woman, maybe they suffer the physical, emotional, sexual, or economic abuse. We have to keep in mind all these experiences are traumatic. Women may use these coping strategies to protect themselves. So as a service provider, we have to have more patience, more open mind, and give them some time, give them more space. Sometimes we are too worried, we are too focused on their problems, but not focused on their strengths and their resilience. Okay, next one. Trauma-informed service, all the staff in the organization has to keep in mind. We have to more sensitive about the trauma, give them more time. And the boundary is also very important to create a safe environment for the survivor. Usually the social worker just asks them, it's good for you. You have to do it, to do that. If you are smart, you should do this, do that. But as trauma-informed service, we should let them control over their recovery stage. We have to help them, to empower them, to make a conscious choice by themselves. Sorry. Besides, one thing I want to mention, women should be involved in design the treatment service and be part of an ongoing evaluation of those services. The service is for them, not for us. Not because we need a job, so we created the service. We need to find out what is really good for them. Another model is called whole person care approach. Like Garden of Hope Foundation in Taiwan, they call it a second mile service. When we think about second mile service, we need to think about the woman's whole life, whole person needs. Health, mental, career, financial, spiritual, recreational, social, and family. Any part unfilled may create problem. Usually the basic and traditional domestic violence service only focus on the safety and empowerment. Like we provide counseling, legal assistance, public assistance, Medicaid food stamp, emergency fund, medical treatment, and mental health treatment. But the second mile service, we should think about their self-sufficiency and self-authorization goals. We should help them to reach that goals. As I mentioned, 17% Chinese immigrants in New York City, they don't speak English. But shelter here can only provide a 19-day stay. Within the 3 months, how can a woman can speak English after 3 months? It's impossible. So we work together with other shelters to give them longer stay in the shelter. We provide English class, computer class, vocational training. We help them to write a resume, and we also do job placement. Actually, according to our experience, it's not so hard to find a job in New York, no matter they have legal status or not. It's not so hard. But as I mentioned before, the jobs are very low paid and low working hours. So for women, they want to get more education here. We help them to apply for scholarship. There is a scholarship here for survivor, domestic survivor. So far, we already have 3 women. They got education degree. They become teacher, and one become an accountant. Sometimes women, they want to do small business, so we have them to apply for small business grant and loan. We also provide workshop for financial literacy and how to file the tax return. Another thing I want to mention, women also have strong needs of love and belonging. Lose a marriage is very painful, even though it's a painful marriage. So we need to think about it. We also provide parenting skill training and family therapy to strengthen their relationship with their children. And since 2008, we provide regularly monthly group, women support group. So women, they get together monthly, and they become good friends, they support each other. And some women already become the leader, so now the group already run by themselves. Every month, we have over 30 persons come to join the group. In New York City, there are 4 family justice centers. They provide criminal justice, civil, legal, and social service all in one location for the survivor. And we Garden of Hope, New York also have an office in Queens Family Justice Center. Here's our location and our phone number. And you know, there are more and more new immigrants come to New York. In the past 10 years, the Chinese new immigrant growing by 34%. The demand gets higher and higher. Time changes, our service also need to be updated. So let's keep in touch and share our experience. Hopefully we can provide better and better service in the future. Thank you very much.
Wow, Kristen, you have done a very good job here.